Hey guys, welcome back. If this is your first time here, don't forget to hit that like button and the subscribe button down below for more content like this. So I'm sure as many of you guys know, there's tons of songs in the electric guitar field that are considered overplayed. Songs such as Freebird, Smoke on the Water, and of course, Stairway to Heaven. But that doesn't mean that these type of pieces don't exist in the classical guitar field as well. There's tons of songs that classical guitarists are tired of hearing, whether or not it's a student playing them or another professional. Either way, these pieces are definitely overplayed. Now, overplayed doesn't necessarily mean bad, it just means that they're being played far too often, despite how great they are. Because there's tons of other great pieces out there that are equally as good, that are not being played nearly as much. Now, I'm not saying that every guitarist should be able to play every piece on this list, but what I am saying is that if you're a guitarist and you can play number 9 and 10 on this list, chances are that you've played or at least read through the earlier pieces as well. So for this video, I'll be playing the beginning section of each piece, but if you want to hear the whole entire thing, I'll put some links down below where you can hear them. Coming in at number 1 is a piece that I've been asked to play at almost every single restaurant gig I've ever played. This piece is so popular that even non-guitarists seem to know it. But funny enough, this piece isn't really a classical guitar piece, but more of a flamenco, traditional guitar piece. The piece is Malagueña. So coming in at number 2 is probably tied with Malagueña for being the most over-requested piece at restaurant-type gigs. However, as far as my knowledge goes, this piece was written as more of a classical guitar piece. This piece is Romanza. At number 3 is a piece that probably every gigging guitarist plays when they want to get a nice little tip. Although this piece isn't nearly as popular as Romanza or Malagueña, when you play it at a gig, you might be getting some tears from some people's eyes. This piece is Lagrima by Francisco Tárrega. Number 4 is a piece that many guitarists have played, especially if you play a bunch of background gigs such as libraries and art galleries, mostly because this piece isn't too musically distracting, but it still provides a nice atmosphere for those listening to it in the background. The piece is Pavane number 1 by Luis Milan. Although piece number 5 makes great gigging music as well, it's also a great piece for students to learn to get into more complex musical textures. This study has a melody being played at the exact same time as an arpeggiated bass accompaniment, therefore making it a great piece to work on developing the right hand when it comes to bringing out certain notes over others. The piece is Study number 5 by Fernando Sor. Number 6 is a piece that everybody has heard before, especially if you've seen the movie Tenacious D.
Can't you see he's the man? Let me hear you applaud. He is more than a man. He's a shining golden god.
But what many people don't know is where this piece comes from. It comes from the first lute suite by Johann Sebastian Bach, and the piece is the Bourrée in E minor. So piece number 7 I wouldn't say is so popular amongst non-guitarists. However, if you talk to any classical guitarist, chances are they've played this one at least once. I remember back when I was doing my undergrad, pretty much every freshman or sophomore guitar major was playing this piece, and I can't think of that many junior recitals where this piece wasn't being played on. The piece is Prelude 1 by Heitor via Lobos. So piece number 8, I would say, is so overplayed not only for classical guitarists, but also for classical music in general. This piece, alongside with Canon D and the Wedding March, is definitely a staple for many wedding guitarists' repertoire. The piece is the Prelude to the First Cello Suite by Johann Sebastian Bach. Coming in at number 9 is a piece that almost defines the sound of the classical guitar for many people. But funny enough, this piece was actually originally written for the piano, not the guitar. However, when this piece was being written, the composer was very influenced by the sound of the Spanish guitar, and that's why this piece probably fits so well on the guitar. The piece is Asturias by Isaac Albeniz. Finally, at number 10 is a piece that's liked by so many guitarists and non-guitarists that almost every concert guitarist has put it on a recording in a concert program or even used it as an encore at least once. This piece uses the tremolo technique, which is a technique that when done on the guitar, for non-guitarists, it almost gives the illusion that there are two people playing. The piece is Recuerdos de la Alhambra by Francisco Tárrega. So do you guys agree with my list, or do you guys think that there are pieces that are way more overplayed than the ones that I listed? Either way, let me know in the comments below. If you guys have questions about any of these pieces, or you want to leave suggestions for future videos, leave that in the comments below as well. See you soon.